Introduction to the Mystery. Throughout history, countless cultures have sought answers to the ultimate question of what happens after death. But few have gone as far as the ancient Tibetan text known as the Bardo Thodol, commonly called the Tibetan Book of the Dead. This isn't just a religious manuscript or philosophical speculation. It's a detailed guide designed to navigate the most profound transitions of existence. The Bardo Thodol describes what happens to the soul in the moments after death and provides insight into the paths a person might take toward liberation or back into the cycle of rebirth. For centuries, it has been a cornerstone of Tibetan Buddhist teachings, offering wisdom that bridges the worlds of the living and the departed. But this ancient book is about more than death. Its teachings hold lessons for how we live today, how to face our fears, embrace impermanence, and find deeper meaning in our everyday lives. What if, in understanding death, we could unlock the secrets to a richer, more authentic existence? Stay with us as we delve into the mysteries of the Bardo Thodol, exploring its most powerful teachings and what they reveal about life, death, and everything in between. This ancient text doesn't just answer questions about the end. It redefines what it means to truly live. Segment 1. The Origin of the Tibetan Book of the Dead. The Mythical Creator. To understand the Tibetan Book of the Dead, we must first meet the remarkable figure behind it. Padmasambhava, often called Guru Rinpoche, meaning precious master. He wasn't an ordinary monk or teacher. He was a spiritual powerhouse who transformed the spiritual landscape of Tibet in the 8th century. Born in India, Padmasambhava was a Mahasiddha, a title reserved for those who had attained extraordinary spiritual accomplishments. He was known for his mastery of advanced meditation techniques and esoteric rituals. These practices gave him the ability to engage with realms beyond ordinary perception, making him a revered guide not just for the living, but for those navigating the mysteries of death. When Padmasambhava arrived in Tibet, the region was deeply rooted in shamanic Bon traditions. These indigenous practices involved animism, rituals to honor natural spirits, and a focus on the interplay of energies in the natural world. Rather than dismiss these traditions, Padmasambhava integrated their wisdom into Buddhism. This synthesis created a unique spiritual foundation that allowed Tibetan Buddhism to flourish in ways unseen elsewhere. The purpose of the text. The Bardo Thodol, or Tibetan Book of the Dead, emerged from Padmasambhava's profound understanding of the human mind and its journey beyond life. This text was not meant to be a somber reflection on death, but a powerful tool for liberation. In its essence, the Bardo Thodol serves as a guide through the bardos, the transitional states between death and rebirth. It provides step-by-step instructions to help the departed soul navigate these stages, offering an opportunity for spiritual awakening and escape from the cycle of suffering. But the book isn't just for the dead. It holds equal value for the living, teaching us how to confront our fears, break free from attachments, and prepare for life's ultimate transition. Padmasambhava understood that by contemplating death, we could better understand life itself, seeing past illusions and uncovering deeper truths about our existence. By bridging the spiritual with the practical, the Bardo Thodol doesn't just unravel the mysteries of existence, it offers a map to navigate them. Whether for those still breathing or those on the brink of the unknown, this text is a timeless guide to liberation. Segment 2. Understanding the Bardo states. The journey of the soul, the Chikai Bardo, the moment of death. The Chikai Bardo marks the soul's initial experience after death, a moment of profound transition where the physical body fades away, leaving the consciousness untethered. It is during this stage that the soul encounters the clear light, described as a radiant, boundless brilliance that holds the essence of ultimate truth. This light isn't just a visual phenomenon. It's the purest reflection of the mind's original nature, free of illusions, fears, and worldly attachments. The clear light is said to represent an unparalleled opportunity for liberation. If the soul recognizes this light as its true self, it can transcend the cycle of rebirth and achieve nirvana, a state of eternal peace and freedom. But this recognition is not simple. For many, the sheer intensity of the light can be overwhelming. Instead of embracing it, the soul may retreat out of fear or cling to familiar attachments from its past life. This hesitation causes the opportunity for liberation to slip away, pushing the soul into subsequent stages of the bardos. This phase serves as a critical moment, a cosmic crossroads where the soul is either freed or propelled deeper into the karmic journey. The teachings of the Bardo Thodol emphasize the importance of mental preparation during life to recognize this light when the time comes. It is a reminder that even in death, clarity and awareness are key to liberation. The Chonyid Bardo, visions of the mind. If the soul does not recognize the clear light, it transitions into the Chonyid Bardo, often referred to as the Bardo of visions. This stage is a realm of intensified mental projections, where the mind, unbound by the limitations of the physical body, encounters vivid manifestations of its own subconscious. The Chonyid Bardo is described as a state where deities, both peaceful and wrathful, emerge. These figures are not external beings, but reflections of the soul's inner world. Peaceful deities represent enlightened aspects of consciousness, offering calm and guidance. Wrathful deities, on the other hand, embody fears, anger, and repressed desires, appearing as monstrous or unsettling forms. The famous psychologist Carl Jung once suggested that gods and demons are symbolic projections of the unconscious mind. The Chonyid Bardo aligns with this idea, illustrating how the unresolved emotions, attachments, and traumas we carry manifest in this state. These projections mirror our inner nature, revealing what we have nurtured or neglected during our lifetime. The teachings emphasize that these visions, while intense, are not inherently good or bad. They are opportunities for the soul to learn and evolve. Recognizing them as mere constructs of the mind allows the soul to dissolve its fears, transcend its illusions, and progress toward enlightenment. For those who remain caught in these visions, however, the journey becomes increasingly difficult as they are drawn further into the cycle of rebirth. By understanding this bardo, the living can reflect on their own inner world, working to confront and resolve fears and attachments in life so they are better prepared for this stage of existence. The Sidpa Bardo, rebirth and the cycle of samsara. The Sidpa Bardo represents the final stage of the soul's journey after death. This is the phase where the soul faces a pivotal choice, whether to move toward liberation or to be drawn back into the cycle of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, life, death, and rebirth. In this stage, the soul's accumulated karma, formed by thoughts, actions, and intentions from past lives, acts like a powerful magnet. These karmic inclinations guide the soul toward a new existence, shaping the conditions of its next life. It's as though every unresolved fear, desire, or attachment becomes a gravitational force, pulling the soul toward the circumstances needed to address those issues. Symbolic visions often appear during the Sidpa Bardo, representing the process of rebirth. A common theme described in the Bardo Thodol is the vision of couples in union, symbolizing the creation of new life. This imagery highlights the soul's instinctive pull toward a new body, driven by emotional and karmic tendencies. However, this pull is not a conscious decision. The soul is propelled by a deep, almost instinctual drive for existence, which clouds clarity and prevents liberation. Without detachment and awareness, the soul becomes bound to the illusions of samsara, repeating the cycle of suffering. But there's a path to transcendence, even in this critical stage. The Bardo Thodol teaches that maintaining clarity and detachment can break the cycle. By recognizing these visions as temporary constructs of the mind, the soul can let go of attachments and resist the pull toward rebirth. For those who achieve this awareness, the Sidpa Bardo becomes not a doorway to another life, but the final passage to liberation, merging with the clear light. This stage reveals a profound truth. Rebirth is not imposed by an external force, but arises from within. It is a reflection of the soul's own unfinished work. By addressing attachments and fears in life, we can prepare ourselves to face the Sidpa Bardo with clarity, transforming what might be another beginning into the ultimate end, freedom from the cycle of existence. Segment 3. The deeper lessons of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, Death as a Mirror. The Bardo Thodol teaches that death is far more than the end of physical life. It's a mirror reflecting the soul's deepest fears, desires, and attachments. The states described in the text, such as the terrifying visions in the Chonyid Bardo, aren't external punishments or rewards. Instead, they are manifestations of the mind, shaped by the patterns we've cultivated during our lives. By confronting these reflections, the Bardo Thodol shows us that life and death are not separate. They are deeply interconnected. Just as life is a stage for building awareness, death serves as the ultimate teacher, revealing what we have ignored or avoided in ourselves. This perspective challenges us to rethink our relationship with mortality, not as something to fear, but as a profound opportunity to grow, transform, and understand who we truly are. The practice of liberation in life. One of the Bardo Thodol's core messages is that the path to liberation doesn't begin after death. It starts here and now, in the way we live. By cultivating awareness and detachment in daily life, we can prepare ourselves for the transitions described in the Bardos. Living with awareness means being present in each moment, understanding our emotions, and questioning the attachments that hold us back. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection are powerful tools for this. These modern spiritual disciplines align with the teachings of the Bardo Thodol, encouraging us to observe our thoughts without judgment and recognize the impermanence of all things. Detachment doesn't mean withdrawing from life. It means engaging with it fully, but without clinging. When we let go of the illusion of permanence, whether it's possessions, relationships, or even our identity, we find freedom. This practice not only helps us live more peacefully, but also prepares the mind to remain calm and focused during the challenging transitions after death. Shunyata, the ultimate truth of emptiness. At the heart of the Bardo Thodol is the Buddhist principle of shunyata, or emptiness. This doesn't mean that life is meaningless. Instead, it reveals that all things lack inherent, fixed existence. Everything we experience is interconnected and constantly changing, shaped by conditions and perspectives. Understanding shunyata allows us to see through the illusions that create fear and attachment. For example, the visions in the Bardos, whether peaceful or wrathful, are powerful reminders of how the mind projects its internal state onto reality. By realizing their empty nature, the soul can overcome its fears, break free from illusions, and move toward enlightenment. In daily life, embracing this truth can bring immense peace. When we accept that nothing is permanent, not joy, not suffering, not even life itself, we begin to approach challenges with a sense of balance and clarity. This perspective helps us find meaning in the present moment, without being overwhelmed by what we think we should hold on to or fear losing. The Bardo Thodol reminds us that death is not the end. It is a continuation of the journey toward understanding the nature of existence. By contemplating its lessons on emptiness, we can live and die with a deeper sense of purpose, compassion, and peace. Segment 4. Why this matters to us today. A universal message. The teachings of the Bardo Thodol hold a timeless relevance that transcends cultural and religious boundaries. At its core, the text explores questions that unite all of humanity. What happens when we die? What is the nature of existence? And how can we find meaning in our lives? These aren't just spiritual concerns. They are universal human experiences that have shaped civilizations for millennia. Though written in the context of Tibetan Buddhism, the lessons of the Bardo Thodol resonate deeply with modern life. In a world often consumed by distractions and material pursuits, its message reminds us to look inward, to examine the illusions we hold on to, and to ask ourselves, are we truly ready to let go of the things that bind us, our fears, attachments, and false identities? This text challenges us to think beyond the surface of our daily struggles and see the bigger picture, that life is fleeting and precious, and understanding its impermanence can guide us toward a deeper sense of purpose and connection. Practical takeaways. The wisdom of the Bardo Thodol isn't confined to the afterlife. It provides powerful lessons we can apply to how we live each day. Here are some practical ways to incorporate its teachings into modern life. Practice mindfulness. By being fully present in each moment, we can better understand the patterns of our mind. This awareness helps us recognize when we're clinging to things that no longer serve us, whether it's outdated beliefs, grudges, or material desires. Reflect on impermanence. Take time to acknowledge the fleeting nature of everything around us. This doesn't mean living in fear of loss. It means appreciating the present more fully and letting go of what holds us back. Nurture compassion. The Bardo Thodol emphasizes the interconnectedness of all beings. When we approach others with empathy and kindness, we cultivate a deeper sense of connection and reduce the illusions of separation that create suffering. These practices aren't about withdrawing from life. They're about living more intentionally and authentically. By embracing the teachings of the Bardo Thodol, we can face our own fears and uncertainties with courage, finding peace not just in death, but in every moment of life. Segment 5. Conclusion. The journey beyond a final reflection. The Bardo Thodol is more than a guide for navigating death. It's a profound map for understanding life. Its teachings remind us that by confronting impermanence and embracing self-awareness, we can prepare for what lies beyond while also living more authentically. So, if death is inevitable, ask yourself, what are you doing today to embrace the light within and live with purpose? Call to action. Take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Are you ready to explore the deeper truths of life and death? Share your thoughts about the mysteries of existence in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this journey meaningful, give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into life's biggest questions. Together, we can uncover the insights that help us live and grow more fully.